Hi, my name is Rosa, and I am doing a research on gender roles in Cambodia vegetable farm mechanization, potential opportunities and challenges. And this research is supervised by Dr. Rebecca Cross from School of Geosciences, Dr. Lee Hua Hun from the Real University of Agriculture in Cambodia, and Professor Daniel Tan from School of Life and Environmental Sciences. So this is the table of contents and I will go through it one by one. Agriculture contributes 16.7% to Cambodia's growing GDP and accounts for 34.5% of the total employment of the country. While these numbers show significance of agriculture sector, some areas are still underperforming. Specifically, vegetable is still underproduced and dependent on imports from neighboring countries, despite the high local demand. Currently, the national governments and development agencies are working together to improve the effectiveness and efficiency of vegetable farming. Here you can see a snapshot from the Cambodia local newspaper, Khmer Times, showing the commitment from the Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries to promote smart farms, such as promoting new technologies and innovations to enhance vegetable production. In Cambodia, women's contribution is dominant in vegetable farms. However, according to a report from FAO, women's access to crucial resources in agriculture is still limited. The existing machineries are usually heavy and large scale, which is not gender inclusive, and women are still dependent on their male counterparts in agricultural activities despite women empowerment initiatives. So the big question is, without the knowledge of gender dynamics in the farming system, are we able to promote a suitable technology that will benefit everyone in the system? Perhaps not. So this research aims to explore gender dynamics and women's challenges in vegetable production and examine women's perceptions on farm machinery adoption in relation to their financial access and gendered roles in family farming. To answer both of the research aims, we come up with 4 research questions. 1. What are the key roles that women are performing and what are the key challenges that women are facing in vegetable production? 2. How do these challenges affect women's ability to achieve their aspirations in vegetable production? 3. How do women describe their experience using farm machinery? 4. What are the barriers and opportunities for improving women's access to finance and vegetable farm machinery? So here the hypothesis is that current gender dynamics impact women's access to vegetable farm machinery and inhibit the growth of vegetable production in Cambodia. This research is actually a part of the ASEA project, the Australian Centre for International Agricultural Research, which was conducted in Gok Khao Commune's Ang District, Kandal Province in Cambodia. In this research, 138 farmers were selected for the household survey, and then the result from this household survey will be used to further design the qualitative data of this specific study. And then we reach the research design, data collection and analysis of this study. So basically, the data collection is divided into 2 stages. The first one is focus group discussion and the second one is in-depth interview. For the focus group discussion, farmers will be divided into 3 groups, and in each group there will be 3 male farmers and 3 female farmers to avoid gender bias. And group 1 will be farmers who have less than 2 production cycles per year and have limited access to the main road. and group 2 is the opposite of group 1. So basically they are the farmers who have greater than 2 production cycles per year and have sufficient access to the main road. So in here, I want to emphasize that the number of production cycle and the access to main road is a criteria to indicate the financial situation of the farmers. And group 3 is farmers who farm vegetables in rotation with corn. So the perceptions from farmers of this group will be beneficial to understand the experience and perception of farmers who do not only farm vegetable but also have other main crops as well. So their use of machinery will be different. And then one female farmer from each focus group will be selected for another in-depth interview. This in-depth interview will provide us a more detailed understanding of their life, their experience with farming, and what they think about machinery, their obstacles, and their opportunities. It is a more important and more detailed information if compared to focus group discussion. And the information from this in-depth interview will be written as a case study to give a more nuanced understanding in vegetable production system. So this is a more simplified and visualized concept of what I mentioned earlier, the research design for a better understanding. And the data will be analyzed by using thematic analysis method and NVivo software. By conducting this research, I am positive that it will bring new insights on gender dynamics in Cambodia vegetable farming system, which will be beneficial as a recommendations for new appropriate technologies and innovations that will be gender inclusive. And the result will also be a novel insight into the barriers and opportunities for women realizing their vegetable production aspirations and the role of machinery in doing so. And all of this information will inform the policymakers and development programs to ensure a more equitable farming system, which will enhance the agricultural production of the country as a whole. Here is the project timeline. Because of the limited time, I cannot go through it one by one, but basically the task will be applying for human ethics approval, and it will be through the Royal University of Agriculture, which takes around 3 to 4 weeks. And the guiding question of the focus group discussion will be developed and then conduct the focus group discussions and in-depth interviews. Later on, the data will be transcribed and analyzed by using thematic analysis. And the final report writing is expected to be completed by the end of May, which aligns with the requirement from the university. And this is the references. So here is the end of the proposal. Thank you very much for listening, and if you have any question, please do not hesitate to contact me, and I am happy to answer any of your question. Thank you very much.